Hey everybody, this is Eric, and we're going to be going over the tournament for from Pittsburgh for this past weekend. Uh, Coaches, parents, kids, etc. And we're going to be going over the numbers and the statistics and the analysis and the shot chart and all that stuff to try to again keep you on the right path with respect to learning and executing what you know where good shots are, bad shots. Take a look at some of these numbers and some of these clips and see if we can't learn from this. So again, just to review the numbers that I'm looking for, the main numbers that in my work have, you know, determined wins and losses in these types of tournaments are effective field goal percentage, turnover rate, and offensive rebound percentage. And for your particular age group, um, the numbers you're looking for is for effective field goal percentage, 45%, turnover rate below 20%, and offensive rebound percentage about 30% or higher. So that's what we're looking for in each game and over the course of the season. So we're going to start with this Crown versus United, and we're at 40% effective field goal percentage, which is not great. You just need to be a little bit higher. But the problem here is, yeah, you need to be a little higher with effective field goal percentage, but this turnover rate is a disaster. Now, I say this to all the teams, whether it be from your age group to younger to older, is you think about basketball is not even just basketball, it's just kind of a shooting contest. You have two people that are trying to make as many baskets as possible. And what if I told you that I was going to give one team 20 more shots than another? I mean, you'd certainly make that team a huge favorite, you know? And that's what this turnover business is all about. It's not turnovers are bad for their own sake. It's bad because it doesn't let you, it means that you didn't get a shot off. And not to mention the fact that when you do turn the ball over, it usually leads to easier baskets going the other way. So from a statistical perspective, a turnover rate of above 20% is really, it's very difficult to come back from that. Let's take a look at the shot chart here. And again, uh, it's not too soon for you guys to be learning this stuff, even though you're only in ninth grade. And coaches, I'm not as big of a stickler again for ninth grade as 10th, 11th, and 12th, but you may as well learn. I mean, if you're strong enough to be shooting threes, you really should be learning how much better they are than these bad twos. So you're looking at this, you have one, five, six. I mean, you have 9 out of 45 shots in this range. Excuse me, more of that. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12. I mean, you're just never going to win like this. Okay. Just never. Now, again, I want to hedge a little bit. It's not kids and parents. If you were in 11th grade, 12th grade, and 10th grade, you'd hear me talking nonstop about this. Ninth grade, you're going to hear me talk about 70% of this. But it is still a good habit for you to get into. Okay, is to try to trash these bad twos. It's just statistically kind of a poor shot. And to make it such a high percentage of your shots is never going to be good. All right, let's take a look at the box score and let's see who did well individually. Nobody really made any threes. Kyle made one. Turnovers, okay. Colin, you had 6 turnovers, and you know what we got to do. Someone has 6 turnovers. We're going to have to see all these. So let's see. Fortunately, didn't get a good view of that one. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it just got. See, that one is not, I want to say that bad. But here's the thing that I've been working on recently. What I've been working on recently is this idea that there are some turnovers that are skill based and some turnovers that are just focused. Like that is a focus based turnover. Okay. You can't do too much about the skill based turnover. I mean, you can. I mean, listen, you go to the gym, you get better. But on like a day to day basis, those see even that one's kind of a skill turnover, right? Because you just weren't fast enough to really go get that ball. And those are fine. You'll grow into that, and those won't be turnovers. But the ones where you make mental errors, those are the ones I'm more concerned about. Okay, let's go on to the next game, and that would be uh, FCP Philly. Lost that one by looks like 10. And this is why, effective field goal percentage 37%. We're just going to have to do better. I mean, 45% is really what you're going to need. And again, you didn't do yourselves any favors by having a turnover rate of 22%. We'll take a look at the shot chart here. Again, against FCP Philly. Um, Again, you take a see these, like these are shots that I really love for you guys to get out of there. And really try to get at the rim. And if you can't do that, you may as well just pop it out here from three because you're not making these anyway, and they're only going to be worth 2 points. Let's take a look at the box score. FCP Philly. I don't. Did you guys really go 1-3? I didn't think you did, but it's possible. Okay, so from the let's look at the stats here. Ooh, Andrew, very active. How do you like that? He got 13 threes off. See, I like it. See, this is, you might not think so, but this is good. Okay. You're like one shot. This is actually within the realm of what you need to be able to make from three. Okay. And we're going to get into that. But, if you only need you really only need to shoot about 30% from three to be efficient. Because again, if you multiply that by 1.5 because it's worth more than a two, then the 30% becomes 45%, which means that's the effective field goal percentage we're looking for. So even this is actually extremely good. Okay. You might not think it is, but it is. What's not good are the 4 turnovers. So who are we gonna call out for the turnovers? You know what? Let's throw Kenyatta up here. Let's look at his turnovers for this game. Good flash, but ooh, yeah, okay. That was a combination of skill and focus. Did you step on the line there? Okay. Yeah, that was a little of both, and that was a little of both. Okay. Now again, what's cool is that if you want, you could click through and see all of these threes and whatever else you want from here. Okay. All right. Let's look at the next game, which was. Now I don't think I got all this for some reason. Hoops Academy D. If I didn't, I apologize. But I mean, the good news is, see, this is a good example. Your effective field goal percentage of 51% was so good, and you just threw it all away. 33% turnover rate is you're just not going to win like this. Now, again, how do you fix this? How do you fix the turnovers? Well, I really do think that coaches and kids share the blame here. Okay. This is not just the kids. I think that the coaches should, and again, I'm just talking to you too, maybe, I don't know, maybe we need to simplify the offense a little bit. Maybe we need to make it so they're not, put themselves in a position to turn it over as much. I don't know. You have to look through these possessions because this is not going to work. You're not beating anybody with this. And it's not like Hoops Academy was that good. And you had 51% effective field goal percentage. You're not going to get that too often. You can't waste it. And the turnover and the offensive rebound percentage was extraordinary. So let's take a look at the shot chart from this game. This is a shame, actually. And check this out. You only had, well, 3 bad twos. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have this whole game for some reason. Yeah, I apologize for that. Um, let's take a look again at the box score from this game. Let's see. Hey O'Neal, there you go. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. 4 for 5, getting it to the rim. Andrew, again, very nice game, very active. This is really good to see, at least as far as I'm concerned. And it looks like the shots were spread out among the team. I mean, I'm down with this. I mean, I wish I had the rest of this game somehow. All these turnovers are no good though. So who are we going to get? Whose turnovers are we going to identify? Another three from Colin. Nah, you know what? Bueno for the shooting. Let's see, no bueno for the turnovers. Let's see, no bueno. Where are you going? ¿Dónde está? Let me see this one again. Otra vez. No bueno. ¿Dónde está? No bueno. Okay. But overall, I mean, except for those turnovers, I mean, you have to be able to. I mean, you have to be able to take care of the ball. You just have to. And those turnovers I just saw were not particularly forced. I don't know. I'm going to try to find the rest of this game a little bit later. All right, let's go on to the last one though. Yeah, I can. I think I can go back onto the site and find it somehow. Let's do the last game, the DB Elite or MC Elite. Sorry. Let's see this one. Effective field goal percentage 51%, very good. Turnover rate 18%. See, this is here we go. Good job. And offensive rebound percentage above 30. This is excellent. Just excellent. This is good to see. Um, this is not the best, but I mean, 7 out of 52 bad twos, not good. So we'll work on it. But listen, here's a good example. Look how well you did from three. I mean, if you're going to do this well from three, I mean, why take these at all? Anyway, um, let's take a look at the box score. Now I'm annoyed. I got to find the rest of that Hoops Academy game. I will. That'll be my goal. There you go, O'Neal. Muy bueno. 16. Cuatro steals. Look at that. Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. Muy bueno. Very good game. Um, okay. Who else do we got here? Well, yeah, everybody making threes. Kyle making threes. And Drew making threes again. 5 turnovers from Matthew. Okay. By the way, it's another 4 from Colin. We got to work on this. Let's see. Let's see what 5 Matthew turnovers looks like. Let's see what this is. You're trying to save somebody else. That's fine. Ooh, whoa. Okay, looks like just a focus error, I guess. Okay, so both of you guys contributed to that turnover for sure. Yep, focus. Focus. That was a combination of skill and focus, I guess. And both of you guys contributed to that turnover, I think. But in any case, we have to keep the turnovers down. Shot selection is not the worst, but it's not great. But again, over time, you'll learn about that, and over time, the coaches will continue to teach you this kind of stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at the statistics for the season, and let's see how we're tracking with this goal, this 45% effective field goal percentage goal, both individually and as a team. So we're looking at all 8 games, and all 8 games, your effective field goal percentage is close. It's 42.5%. So you're right there. I think you just need to clean a couple of things up, and I think you should get there. Turnover rate's a little high. Got to get this down, as I mentioned. The rebounds are great. Let's take a look at the shot chart again, as we're going to see. You do the whole season shot chart. You're going to see probably too much of this stuff. But look at some of these numbers, right? 3 of 12, 4 of 17. This is from 2. Like, this is what you're shooting from this bad 2 range. And if you're going to do this, you may as well be shooting it from out here. So for individuals, what you guys can try to do, again, if you want to contribute to this goal of 45% effective field goal percentage, is try to get that individually. And again, the way you do that is one of 2 ways. Number one is you can try to, let's put stats here. You could try to get 45% from 2, right? Because that's 45%. Or, as I mentioned earlier, you can get 30% from 3, because that translates to 45% effective field goal percentage. So as long as you could do one of those 2 things, that's excellent. And if you do both of those things, that's exceptional. So let's take a look and see how we're doing here. So from 2, who's above 45%? Almost everybody, okay? Finn, O'Neill. Actually, that's not true. Look at this. Only 3 of you. Only Finn, O'Neill, and Colin are above 45% from 2. Kenyatta, you've got to do better. You're too big. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to be able to finish better. And Drew also, okay? Matthew also. You got to be over 45% from 2. From 3, anybody over 30%? Yeah, sure. Kyle. The problem is we don't have much of a sample size, but Drew, you're right there, right on the cusp. I like it. O'Neill, maybe a little bit light, okay? But overall, I'm not particularly disappointed with you guys. I think you guys are right on track. You just need to clean up these turnovers, I think, and you'll be right there. I think you'll be competitive. All right, that's going to do it. I think you guys are off for the next week, and maybe I don't know if you're on the same schedule as the older kids, but I know there's a lot coming up, and I'm looking forward to doing some more of this stuff. And I'm looking forward to being at practice too. That'll do it.